Mr. Cauci-Maistre, the first Mare Forum Malta just finished. Tell us about your opinion, the conclusions of this event.
Well, thank you very much. I think that's a very good question. The conference has been a great success. It's been the first of its kind. It is one that has been fully supported by the government of Malta and by Transport Malta. We had a lovely gathering of some very distinguished people, including the Minister of Transport, the Minister of Energy, and including the Parliamentary Assembly of the Mediterranean, distinguished guests and speakers. Very well attended, and it has given revamping of the thinking, both with regards to the immigration, the migration problem and the problems being faced in the Mediterranean, and also with regards to various aspects of shipbreaking and the future of shipping. I would say the conclusion has been very positive. There is still ongoing discussion of what was presented by the various speakers, and this augurs extremely well for the next Mare Forum, hopefully next year.
You told us about the problem of immigration. The same problem from Malta is for Italy and Greece.
Correct.
In this conference, opinions and proposes about the possibility to resolve this problem are there?
Well, what happened is the theme of Mare Forum was not meant to be the migration, but having had the tragedy just 3-4 days before, it changed the whole aspect. So as I said in my very short presentation, I changed what I had to say, because suffice it to say that we are living a Titanic in the Mediterranean every 2-3 months. 1,500 were lost in the Titanic. So there have been various suggestions, and mainly we discussed about the problems being faced by the commercial shipping, the costs, and also how various ships. I was speaking to Neil Sharma of GMS, and he was saying how his ships actually salvaged people as a result of the migration. Yes, proposals were made in the sense that more cooperation is needed. Malta is suffering, Greece is suffering, Italy is suffering. Malta, Greece and Cyprus have tried to do something together in the past to the ministers. There is, shall we say, more of an awareness, but how much the EU and the rest of the world is ready to implement is a different story. The only thing that lately we have seen that finally the EU heads are getting together to try to finally address the issue on a serious basis.
Tell us about the gains for shipping and especially for Malta due to the conference.
Well, as I said, the conference was a high-level conference. Yanis Kostoulas is well known for his kind of fora, the way he presents them. This went down very well. It was a new style for Malta. Good suggestions were made with regards to the geopolitical situation, the way things are evolving, both with regards to the energy sector, how new claims are being made or fines are being made in Crete, off the Cypriot coast, etc., and how they are uniting together, and also I think how the Mediterranean should cooperate more together in order to create that cluster that is still not, shall I say, functioning correctly, because I don't think the real meaning of a cluster has yet been understood. But this is being worked upon, and the Mare Forum pushed the ones who were thinking about the cluster to get more together to start doing something more positive.
Business in Malta, shipping business in Malta. Describe us this prospect.
Well, shipping has been increasing. Malta is a maritime nation. So, historically, it's always been an island in the middle of the Mediterranean, and therefore the island of traders, going back to the Phoenicians, the Romans, the Carthaginians, you name it. It's always been strategically important during the war, and now strategically important during peace, because when in the fall of Gaddafi, the first point of shall we say of assistance was given by the Maltese authorities. Shipping is increasing. We have a couple of Maltese shipping companies. The ship registry is the largest in Europe. The Malta flag is number 1. And number 6 in the world, coming up to number 5 now. So ship owners have established management companies in Malta. So yes, the awareness of shipping, and this is not to mention obviously the cruise terminal, the free ports, CMA, CGM are there. We have I don't know, 5-6 cruise liners sometimes in one day entering Valletta Grand Harbour. So the maritime industry is increasing and getting stronger every day.
Why Malta is the most preferred flag for the Greek ship owners?
Well, when I started...
After, I think, Marshall Islands is the second.
Yes, this is what Marshall Islands said. That I am a bit not totally sure, in the sense that when I started promoting the Malta flag as a private company way back in 1976, 77, Malta was unknown. But slowly, the Greek ship owner realized that Malta is a flag state, not a private company. So it is a flag state run very professionally. It is an EU flag, fully in full coordination with the EU, obeys the regulations completely, and they have found that the Malta flag, no matter how firm it is in the regulation, it has a listening ear and is willing to help, always within the ambience of safety and regulations, the ship owner. And the Greek ship owner simply loves the Malta flag. Some of the major Greek ship owning companies have the vessels, all the fleets registered under the Malta flag. So the reason is, I think, we run partly on the British style, but also because we are very well recognized within the European Union as a very, very serious flag.
And finally, please tell us a few words out of your business progress.
Oh, well, that's always a nice story to tell, because when I first started, obviously you have dreams, but I never thought that today my company would be the size it is. I've had my fair share of up and downs, but today I have fully fledged offices, legal department, we have corporate and fiduciary services. Yes, when I look back, of course I can say, well, there's some things I could have done better, but in actual fact I must admit that I feel very, very satisfied, and it's a pleasure to see even my own children now coming into the business, lawyers, and being a market leader, including the Mare Forum, is to me one of the biggest satisfaction I could have throughout all the business life.
And about your services, your company services?
My company services, we keep on increasing. Obviously we do the ship registrations, we do company formations, we do fiduciary services, the passport, citizenships, and any legal. We do the financial as well, the accounts, but basically anything to do maritime, we are in a position to assist the ship owner in a one-stop shop service that enhances all the requirements that the ship owner could have.
And tell us, for people not in shipping business, a few words to go to Malta. Why? Well,
I'll tell you. Malta is perhaps one of the very, very few countries in the European Union that did not need a bailout. is well respected. The economy is striving. It's a lovely, although very small, it's a lovely place to live in. The government, successive governments are extremely pleased to welcome new incentives, new ideas. Although one can say yes, there is a little bit of bureaucracy, but most of the bureaucracy is overcome, so it is a pleasure for the businessman or the retired person or the person seeking EU citizenship to use Malta as its base.
And the beloved food of people of Malta.
Sorry?
The beloved food.
Yeah, well, traditionally one of the main dishes is rabbit, cooked in a very special Maltese way. But we also have the tiropida, the Greek. we call it the Maltese. So we have some background with the Greeks as well, coming back from when the Greeks were there. So yes, but we are basically continental food.
That's nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.